Okay. Now, you know that the threshing machines, we already discussed their threshing methods and their mechanisms, types of the thresher, their working principle, construction details, factors affecting the thresher performance, maintenance, and its construction. Okay. So, you know that the threshing is the process of removal of grain from the plant by any of the three methods. Their combination of rubbing action, impact action, stripping action, and common methods of the threshings are manual, labors, animal powers, and machines. So threshing by manual labor, it is done either by threading the grain under the feet of man, or striking the grain with the stick, or striking the plant against the hard object, or it is a slow labor consuming process, and it is suitable for small quantity of harvests, and output is 70 to 20 kg grains per hour. So threshing by animals in India, the indigenous method is a bullock threading, in which the crop is spread on the threshing floor in a circle, and bullocks are made to walk on its circular path. And the repeated trampling under the bullock feet result the separation of the grain from the straw, and the trampling is continued till the grains are completely separated from the stalk. On average, a pair of bullock can thresh 140 kg grains per hour. So, what do you mean by the Alpert thresher? It is mainly a wheat thresher, and it is origin from the Gujarat state, and it consists of 40 to 21 plain or serrated discs mounted on the rectangular wooden or iron frame in three axles with the bearings, on which the seat and platform are provided. And it is operated by the pair of block, and its output is 75 kg of the grains per hour, isn't it? And cost of threshing is 3 to 3.5 per quintal, which is almost the one half of the bullock trampling. And the thresher is useful for threshing wheat, barley, gram on the threshing floor. And this thresher has 3 to 4 wheels to facilitate its movement from one place to the another. So, dear student, this is the diagram of the Alpert thresher. You can see the extended metal, then screen is its back rest seat platform, and this is the disc, and this is the beating disc. We can say it's a beater block, and this is the transporting wheel. Okay. Now threshing by machine is delaying the threshing will cause not only spoilage of the grain but also increase the broken rice percentage during the milling. And the delayed threshing account huge grain losses, hence the use of stationary thresher, that is faster method of the grain detachment. One minute. Grain detachment and is a viable option, and the machine used for the purpose of grain detachment and separation is called as a thresher. And threshing can be achieved by three methods. First is the rubbing action, second is the impact, and third is the stripping action. So principle of threshing: removal of grain from the plant stalk is done by rotating cylinder, whose threshing action depends primarily upon the impact. Now, hold on and throw in are the two major types of the threshers are available in India. Okay, yeah, you should be remember that, or maybe right. The removal of the grain from the plant stalk is done by a rotating cylinder, whose threshing action depends upon the primarily upon the impact. Hold on and throw in are the two major types of thresher are available in India. The hold on thresher, the plant stalks are held in a bundle. Again, the rotating cylinder, and the grains are stripped off and collected. Example for the pedal operated paddy thresher. Throw in thresher, plant stalk are fed into the machine continuously, which produces the grain and thresh straw in respective of outlets, and power thresher or on crop thresher. So paddle operated paddy thresher operated by it consists of the mainly well balanced threshing cylinder, driving mechanism and supporting frame. And threshing cylinder is made with the iron or wood, and the cylinder is provided with the series of the threshing teeth in the shape of the loop fixed on the wooden slat all round the circumference. The diameter of the cylinder used on common thresher is about 43 cm, but its width may vary from 40 to 76 cm. And the cylinder is supported by two ball bearings on the frame, and the normal operating speed is about 400 rpm per minute. So this is, you can see, the hold on paddy thresher. Okay, last time I already show the video of the operations. You can see this is a pedal operated paddy thresher. Okay, this is the hold on. We hold that paddy crop on that rotating cylinder, and it has a loop on its periphery. So it remove the grains. Okay. Now working principle behind that, the threshing of the paddy crop is done by holding the bundle against the teeth of the threshing cylinder. While cylinder is rotated at a high speed, the paddy bundles of suitable size are held against the teeth. Okay. And the pedal is operated by one man, but larger size machine operated by two men at the time are also common. This type of thresher has become very popular among the small farmers. And the capacity of the single man operated pedal operated thresher is 1.5 to 1.9 quintal per day. And the cost of threshing will be about rupees 6 per quintal of the grain. This is the flow through the paddy thresher. You can see here, flow through the paddy thresher, flow through the paddy thresher in operation. Now the threshing, it is the separation removal of grain from harvested crop by striking action, beating action, threading or rubbing action. It is accomplished either by threading the grain under the feet of man or hooves of animal on striking the grains with stick, or beating or impact it on a hard or rough surface. The method of method of threshing, the hand beating capacity is 70 to 20 kg per hour, and threading or rubbing with bullock with capacity of 140 kg per hour, and paddle thresher with the capacity of 40 to 45 kg per hour, and the multi-crop thresher with threshing capacity of 300 to 500 kg per hour. This is a hand beating, you can see. Then again hand beating. This is animal hooving. You know the mechanization of threshing method. The threshing operation of the cereal crop has been mechanized in developed countries in comparison to the threshing operation of the pulse crop. That is the oilseed crops. Threshing of the wheat crop has been totally mechanized in comparison to the other cereal crops like rice. Threshing of the rice paddy crop is still carried out manually, and to a small extent by threading the crop under the tractor tires. In under developing countries nowadays, mechanization or modernization of threshing operation is carried out in combined harvester, where the harvesting, threshing, winnowing, cleaning, and the thresh crop is done in a single operation by single unit of machine called as a combined harvester. So the combined harvester is the latest development in mechanization or modernization of harvesting, threshing, and cleaning operation of the grain crops. The various action research or experimental research or durable research were done to develop the thresher machine for threshing operation of the cereal crops in different regions of the world, and with the successful result of those research we got the present thresher. Okay. So threshers are the machine, we already discussed what are the different types of the thresher. Are spike tooth on the basis of the cylinder, peak type thresher, bar type, angle bar type, and wire loop type. This is the pig spike tooth cylinder. This is the bar type of threshing cylinder drum. This is a wire loop type used for the paddy crops. This is a drum turbulent. Okay. This is raspberry type. This is again spike tooth type. Then types of the thresher based on the source of the power. Again, it is classified. Then thresher based on crops like wheat thresher, right thresher, corn sheller, multi-crop thresher, or other or special crop thresher. This is a holder type of the thresher. You can see the diagram or different parts of the threshers. This is part of the thresher. Okay. So you know that the what you mean by the threshing process actually. A feeder chute is located in front of the threshing drum, and most thresher consist of the rasbar type of cylinder with rasbar of the 6 to 8 in numbers, and half of these have a right hand ribbing and half left hand ribbing, and are fixed alternately. It also consists of the angle bar type cylinder as well as the spike tooth type cylinder and concaves. The grain is rubbed or beaten to separate from the stalk without cutting the stalk and damaging the grain between the spike tooth or rush bar or angle bar type cylinder and perforated or concave type basket. This is the threshing drum, you can see here. This is the threshing process. For a separating process, the main separation of the grain from the straw is through the concave, and the loose grain mixed with straw as it leaves the cylinder are separated by oscillating the straw rack. These racks may consist either of the one piece or the several sections which alternately move with the slight elliptical action to pitch the straw rewarded with each movement. Now, cleaning process, the function of the cleaning unit is to remove the chaff or other foreign matters from the grain, and this is done by passing the unclean grains over the series of oscillating sieves and screen through which a current of air is forced blowed by fan blower. Different types of the sieve and screens are available for different kinds of crops. Partially unthreshed heads or grains term as tailing groups into the auger which deliver the tailing to an elevator which in turn convey the material upward to the threshing drum by rethreshing action. This is a cleaning process, you can see. Then parts of multi-crop thresher and their functions. Hello.